Vitamin deficiencies can lead to some serious health issues if left untreated. But did you know that some of the most common signs of a vitamin deficiency are often overlooked? For example, did you know that having pale skin could be an early sign of iron deficiency? What about dry eyes or itchy skin? Could be a sign of a different vitamin deficiency. In this video, we'll cover 12 of the most common signs that indicate you may be deficient in a certain vitamin. Stay tuned until the end because the last one is often overlooked, but is perhaps the most important. Let's begin with number 1. Sign number 1, brittle nails. Brittle nails can be caused by a variety of factors, such as exposure to water for long periods of time, certain chemicals, or a lack of essential nutrients. If you notice that your nails are becoming more brittle and prone to breakage, it could be an indication that you are deficient in biotin. Biotin is a B vitamin that plays a key role in maintaining strong and healthy nails. A study published in the Journal of Investigative Dermatology found that biotin supplementation improved nail strength and reduced the risk of breakage in people with chronic kidney disease. To increase your intake of biotin, you can eat foods such as egg yolks, salmon, sweet potato, and spinach. Sign number 2, dry eyes. Dry eyes occur when there isn't enough lubrication on the surface of the eye, which can cause irritation and discomfort. This condition can be caused by a number of factors, including environmental conditions, aging, and certain medications. However, it can also be a sign of a vitamin A deficiency. Vitamin A helps to produce mucus and oil that lubricate the surface of the eyes. A study published in the British Journal of Ophthalmology found that vitamin A supplementation improved tear production and reduced the severity of dry eye symptoms in people with a mild to moderate vitamin A deficiency. Good sources of vitamin A include carrots, sweet potato, spinach, and kale. Sign number 3, itchy skin. Itchy skin can be a sign of a number of different conditions, ranging from dry skin to more serious issues like liver disease. However, it can also be an indication that you are deficient in certain vitamins and minerals. For example, a deficiency in vitamin E can lead to dry, itchy skin because vitamin E helps to maintain the skin's natural moisture barrier. Another mineral that plays a key role in maintaining healthy skin is zinc. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that zinc supplementation improved skin health and reduced itchiness in people with chronic kidney disease. Foods high in vitamin E include almonds, sunflower seeds, avocados, and spinach, and good sources of zinc include oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, and chickpeas. Sign number 4, fatigue. Fatigue is a general feeling of tiredness or exhaustion that can be caused by a number of factors, including physical exertion, stress, and lack of sleep. However, it can also be an indication that you are not getting enough of certain vitamins and minerals. For example, iron is a key component of hemoglobin, a protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen to the body's tissues, so it's not surprising that iron deficiency leads to fatigue. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found that iron supplementation improved fatigue and quality of life in women with iron deficiency. Good sources of iron include lean meat, spinach, and lentils. Another mineral that is essential for energy production is magnesium. A study published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that magnesium supplementation reduced fatigue and improved exercise performance in athletes. Foods high in magnesium include spinach, almonds, avocado, and black beans. Sign number 5, pale skin. Pale skin can be caused by a number of factors, including anemia, liver disease, and certain genetic conditions. However, it can also be an indication that you are deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, particularly iron. As mentioned earlier, iron is a key component of hemoglobin, a protein in red blood cells that gives them their characteristic red color. So when you are deficient in iron, your blood has less hemoglobin, which can make your skin look pale. In addition to the symptoms mentioned earlier, iron deficiency can also cause shortness of breath and dizziness. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine found that iron supplementation improved skin color and reduced anemia in people with chronic kidney disease. Other good sources of iron include tofu, broccoli, and fortified cereals. Sign number 6, tingling in hands and feet. Tingling in the hands and feet can be caused by a number of factors, including nerve impingement and multiple sclerosis. However, it can also be an indication that you are deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, particularly vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is involved in the production of red blood cells and maintaining the myelin sheath, which is a fatty substance that surrounds nerve cells and helps to protect them. A study published in the Journal of Neurology, Neurosurgery and Psychiatry found that vitamin B6 supplementation improved nerve function and reduced tingling sensations in people with diabetic neuropathy. Good sources of vitamin B6 include chicken, fish, potatoes, and chickpeas. Sign number 7, frequent infections. Frequent infections can be caused by a number of factors, including a weakened immune system and exposure to pathogens. However, it can also be an indication that you are deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, particularly vitamin C and zinc. Vitamin C is an antioxidant that helps to boost the immune system and protect against damage from free radicals. Zinc is also important for immune function and wound healing. A study published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition found that zinc supplementation reduced the incidence and duration of respiratory tract infections in children. Good sources of vitamin C include citrus fruits, strawberries, and bell peppers, and good sources of zinc include oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, and chickpeas. Sign number 8, swollen gums. Swollen gums can be caused by a number of factors, including gum disease, hormonal changes, and certain medications. However, it can also be an indication that you are deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, particularly vitamin C and K. Vitamin C is important for maintaining healthy gums and preventing gum disease. Vitamin K plays a role in blood clotting and wound healing. A study published in the Journal of Periodontology found that vitamin C in egg, a compound found in green tea, improved gum health in people with chronic kidney disease. Good sources of vitamin C include citrus fruits, strawberries, and kiwi, and good sources of vitamin K include kale, broccoli, and liver. Sign number 9, hair loss. Hair loss can be caused by a number of factors, including genetics, hormonal changes, and certain medical conditions. However, it can also be an indication that you are deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, particularly iron and zinc. Iron deficiency can cause hair loss by reducing the amount of oxygen and nutrients that are delivered to the hair follicles. Zinc is important for maintaining healthy hair follicles and preventing hair loss. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that zinc supplementation improved hair growth and reduced shedding in people with alopecia areata. Good sources of iron include lean meat, spinach, and lentils, and good sources of zinc include oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, and chickpeas. Sign number 10, muscle weakness. Muscle weakness can be caused by a number of factors, including overtraining, dehydration, and certain medical conditions. However, it can also be an indication that you are deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, particularly calcium and potassium. Calcium is important for muscle contraction, so a deficiency can lead to muscle weakness. Potassium helps to maintain the fluid balance in cells, including muscle cells. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that potassium supplementation improved muscle strength and reduced fatigue in people with chronic kidney disease. Good sources of calcium include dairy products, tofu, and salmon, and good sources of potassium include bananas, sweet potatoes, and avocado. Sign number 11, poor night vision. Poor night vision can be caused by a number of factors, including uncorrected refractive errors and cataracts. However, it can also be an indication that you are deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, particularly vitamin A and zinc. Vitamin A is important for vision, so a deficiency can lead to problems seeing in low light conditions. Zinc helps to transport vitamin A to the retina, so a deficiency in either nutrient can lead to similar vision problems. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that zinc supplementation improved night vision in people with zinc deficiency. Good sources of vitamin A include carrots, sweet potato, and spinach, and good sources of zinc include oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, and chickpeas. Sign number 12, wasting. Wasting can be caused by a number of factors, including chronic illnesses and eating disorders. However, it can also be an indication that you are deficient in certain vitamins and minerals, particularly vitamin D and magnesium. Vitamin D is important for bone health, so a deficiency can lead to bone loss. An increased risk of fractures. Magnesium helps to regulate muscle function, so a deficiency can lead to muscle weakness and wasting. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that vitamin D supplementation reduced bone loss and improved muscle strength in people with chronic kidney disease. Good. Sources of vitamin D include fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified milk, and good sources of magnesium include spinach, almonds, avocado, and black beans. Do you experience any of these signs? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with those who might benefit from it. The references and studies used in this video are added in the description below. That was it for today. See you in the next one.